I'm going to tell you, this is everything to me. This is everything to me. That word presence, when it says the bread of the presence, I told you in Exodus chapter 25, verse 30, that word presence, a panim, is the Hebrew word, and it not only means presence, just like it sounds like it does, but it literally means face. It means face. Do you remember that there's a priestly blessing that is in the book of Numbers? Listen, if you're going, I have no idea what you're talking about, you don't need to remember it because I'm about to tell you anyway. So you don't need to know it, but I just want you to know thrills like this. There was a priestly blessing that the priest would speak over the people, and they would say to him, may his face shine upon you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you. This was exactly what they were talking about. They felt like to know God's presence is to have his face turned toward you. And that his face is so glorious and full of light that every single time he looks your direction, you are just brilliant with a spotlight on you from the heavenlies. Now, he does not turn his face from you. I just want you to understand the bread of the presence. His face is toward me. His chin is set toward me. His eyes are upon me. This is what the Apostle Paul was talking about in 2 Corinthians 4:6 when he said, God made his light to shine in our hearts to give us the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Christ. The face of Christ. He said, I am the bread of the presence. I am the Word made flesh and dwelling among you. I am the face of God made visible to you. It's the reason why on the Mount of Transfiguration, when he took Peter, James, and John up to the top of that hill, that he stood there for just a moment because he was away from the eyes of the crowd. He stood there for just a moment in his brilliant glory. He just dropped that cloak of his humanity for just a moment and stood there in his brilliance like as white as lightning, the scripture says in the Gospel of Luke.